It shows nothing. Ah, okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay, so 451. This is 20.
Yeah, but the desk numbers and it's
451. $16.15. Please don't close the door on me.
Mhm.
I don't want to go. I'm gonna try the 15 one.
Now, back to door number 437.
Yes, sir! 437.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
He's enjoying this now, too. Boop.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I'm wasting this dude's time.
Okay, now go climb
No,
on
he's wasting-
employee 419's desk.
Forward. But he sounds so happy.
I think the mine's like 2 rooms.
Yeah. So the number thing's kind of weird.
Oh yeah, I think they're purpose.
419.
Better get on it.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Wait.
Turn over to. That's one of the great things about this game. I've beaten it. I've gotten like 90-something% of it.
And I'm here like, hey, you know that 1% that you didn't try to get?
Well, I'm over here like, wait. So, but I kind of planned on not giving you much guidance. You know?
Yeah. Well, and I'm enjoying no guidance,
Good.
so I'll let you know if I start needing that thing. Is the microphone recording as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
When you speak, look over here. Look over there on the right.
Do. Okay.
And this is in game.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Yay! He's so enthusiastic.
Mm-hmm.
Finish it up, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
It did.
You really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
Oh, I love him. I love him so much.
All right. Here we go.
Did it print anything? Can I crouch? Oh, I can. I want to read the paper. Let me read the paper. Let me read the paper.
Yes. I think.
Yeah. Ooh.
My keyboard almost sounds like that too. That's the cool part.
Me. It was funny. I just start clicking doors and the dude's like, really? Oh, that was an amazing goose chase. Here, if I can start. No, I'm just
Worth
gonna
a
go back
shot.
inside.
Yeah.
Let me in.
Let me in,
Let
let
me
me
in. I don't want to do this exploration. I plan.
It's right next to 420. think they do.
That is perfect. I hate Mondays too, my dude. Hydrate before you dehydrate. What?
Look at that painting right there.
Yeah.
Right? Go straight on. No, okay. Now look at it from where you were. I think. Seem weird to you?
It looks like a flower.
Okay. So go back to the cup and look at it.
It looks like lips.
So the bottom right looked like much.
I mean,
Then if the,
dang.
right? It's like, wait a minute. What?
Well, now I gotta draw that. Fucking hell.
Sorry.
That would be an interesting lingerie dress too. See, if I had a boyfriend, I'd make so many cute lingeries. But no, there's no reason to make them. Force him to pay for the materials.
Anything wrong with that door over there? Right, just a little bit. That's. Right. There's a door.
Door?
No. Look through that window. There's a door beyond that doorway. Further forward. Left, see that?
4B3?
It's not 483, it's 4B3. What?
483?
It's 4B3.
Yeah.
Why is it 4B3?
Because it's a different room?
Blue.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Well, the floor's blue. And who knows? Maybe that is blue, but we just can't.
Okay, so progress is the door to your left.
I know.
This you should probably recognize. All the videos.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
A pissed off DM.
Yeah? You know what piss off your DM says?
Yes, I do. I crave death. I crave violence.
Chaos.
Yes! Yes, that is a very, very nice admin room.
That nobody can enter.
Ooh. This is a pretty room.
Truly a room worth admiring.
I love the
It would have been
notepad.
worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Athlete.
Stanley
You
simply
can't see it.
drinking Doreen.
I have a photo.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It really is. Shut the fuck up. Stop judging me. Damn. But yeah, I
At this
found.
point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected
Thank you.
his personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Again, a pissed off DM. I'm trying to find it, but it was like forever ago.
What was it like? Well, it's
Yeah. But I found that, and I can see Devil Woman, basically.
see it do it.
No, for me, I see a sexy woman with horns.
Me, it's instantly.
So I want to draw that, but I put it down and I put it into the thing, and it turns out That's not really, it's not really woman-shaped, so I have to, like, shape the woman and then add the horns, and that's a whole other work project. Why? 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 What? Why is... Why? Why would you... Step it down.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Just make sure you can.
Give me soda. Give me soda. Give me soda.
How many money?
Won't let me sit in chairs. You smell like happiness. Anyways.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yep. Why am I listening to the voice in my head anyways? I mean, not...
Keep going, sis. Keep going.
Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. For you. Paper! Okay then. Card.
Staring into the abyss. What stares back?
In his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yeah.
Oops!
What happened? What happened?
I got a little bit too curious.
Yeah. Curiosity killed the Stanley. Go on.
Apparently there's fall damage in this game.
Yeah. There's definitely fall damage in this game.
Oh my god.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No. Nice. Is that our actual time right now? Okay. That clock is wrong.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Blinded by the white.
I set fire to the rain, watch it burn, touch your face. You'd expect there to be some kind of dialogue here.
Well, I can't do it everywhere.
With the particular shiny one that was...
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I want to go to my
Perhaps he wanted to
obsession.
stop by
Damn,
the
stop
employee
judging
lounge
me.
first, just to admire it.
Whee!
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Does he know we're suicidal, so now he's complimenting the room more?
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. Hey, George, I'm gonna steal your work.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You should read the sign.
Do not jump from the car. Lift while is it what? Okay. Warning: do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo 1,000. Penalty for jumping on the cargo 5,000. Yeah. Are you gonna charge my dead body?
Yeah. You have back pay, right? Or an employee here, your paycheck is paid.
Let me climb. Let me climb. Fine. I want to take stuff with me.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
The fuck is her? Do we have a wife?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Fuck, I didn't know there's lore in this.
Cotton tin.
That's a black room. I don't want to go into the black room. I have no choice.
Want to observe the chaos of darkness.
No, I want to observe the chaos. It does not mean I want to be in pure freaking darkness. Who decided to freaking smoke? This is like smoking corner, apparently. Are you forklift?
Sorry.
I need me a man that's forklift certified.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
My mother raised me to be toxic.
I mean...
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. No, that was possible. Let me double check.
This is good. Is it possible? Yeah.
It's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
Oh, but I don't want this game to end.
It's actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Oh no! Get me out of here! He found out!
I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol.
We will not talk about that!
Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful
Ready to
instructional video.
Okay.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, it
no,
can
I'm good.
also be the most dangerous. For example,
I'm learning
in
about
this scenario,
choices.
a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
Ah.
Invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. He
Huzzah.
could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no
Makes
time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real.
What?
Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
Okay then.
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness.
Excellent.
It's
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision.
my goodness. It's
Medical
4:30.
professionals
Taking
recommend
notes?
making at least
We're
3
trying
choices
to.
per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the
The answer
world,
is no.
just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time,
feeling
your
should
instructor will
subside.
guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
I fucking love this.
Welcome back.
Check it out.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago.
Okay.
And see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay. Are you forklift certified?
Forklift certified, forklift certified.
Yes. You missed one.
It's over there by itself, it's not certified.
Oh, poor baby. C-O-P. Cop? Why are we getting the cops? Top, 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 top. I'm forklift certified. Let me play the big machine. Okay, cool. So this is what I'm gonna do. Aww. It stopped me!
Yeah.
Found the glitch.
That's the only glitch here.
Yeah, you can't
Now that
run off of it.
choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly.
Oh, but I could fall off right there.
That story would make no sense at
Oh,
all.
no, he's actually gonna take me down
Get you
here.
home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Wait. Excuse me, it's 4:30. Cause if it doesn't make sense. He doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense.
Who don't make sense?
oh.
The narrator makes plenty of sense.
How do I leave my son?
That's the question, isn't it? For projection?
Excuse me, body. I got a date with I don't know. I really like this painting. Did it seriously just ask the time not to like show it at all?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
What if I don't want to go?
As you may be noticing, I'm not giving you a choice.
Oh, wait, but we talked about having all these good decisions.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Poor filing cabinet had to really
Oh.
look at the one on the left.
Oh.
It wore a corset for too long.
Oh.
That chair is kind of messed up. Room number is that?
Yes. 3, 6, maybe 4? Looks like 7. Oh, hey. They ruined the lights. They ruined the lights. I have no responsibility for this at all.
Yeah, it's not you.
Whoop that ass.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
No, dude, you just think about how insignificant you are, and it'll never matter.
I have to.
Come on.
I have to.
No, then you'll stop thinking.
Oh. I don't want to play a horror game.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You.
Oh,
Who thought
he
you were so
hates
clever.
me.
Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I mean...
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been...
Oh, don't give me spoilers!
Been so
La 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 la.
I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hit to let it open.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When
Okay, but I'm doing it
Stanley came to a
backwards.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Rebellious to the end. Let it open.
Oh my god, I could stop it from opening. Oh, hey, that looks like a fun room. Why can't I go into that room?
Because the plant.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Really don't want to experience where you're going, huh? Always looking back. I'm gonna go to the broom closet.
Give me back my ride. Give me back my ride.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Is my boss a fucking vampire? What?
Keep going. Expected it to open.
Open sesame. Damn, I want this place.
This is just perceptions. Oh.
Inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley
I am the boss
wondered in
now.
disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Speak the code backwards.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
So how's your day been?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
They are cold.
Speak the code into the receiver.
Really?
Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial
Agreed.
step. Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what
Have
it
you
means to
respected
take
me?
a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Damn.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's a baby. Are you hi, little darling?
Stanley?
You.
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
Look quite weird.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
No.
Is everything all right?
No.
Stanley, this is important.
No.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me?
Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So...
How can I control him? I'm gonna move him.
Are you there?
Let me move him.
Stanley, are you there? Okay.
No, let me move him.
Wait. You need time.
Move, you little bastard.
Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best. That's all right.
Who the fuck is Lori?
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
What?
Take as much time as you need.
Huh?
It's Leroy, dyslexia.
Oh. No.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Go to that computer. Other one. The one.
Oh, hey.
Not that one. To the right. That one. Okay, you done it. Blaney. Anytime you see that, make sure you hit it.
Okay. Does that save it?
Well, next time you see the computer, it'll already have that one. Go press again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
I wonder if I go too
he entered
fast.
the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ooh, hey.
What?
So the office changed. Or did I walk in the wrong door?
No, this is that same office.
Okay. Apparently, if you go through it really fast, it goes,
Let me know when you think it's a report for me.
Will do. Fuck. No, I don't want to see it.
Walking backward.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Where's the exit?
I mean, it's clearly not at the elevator back to the same place he came.
I don't know. There seems to be something more. Derpy pineapples.
The stream cannot see them.
Oh.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator.
I just gotta make sure.
Still just exactly what it is.
Let me play the
What a
piano.
decision you've made to come up here and look at the
That you
office
pick up the
again.
piano? What?
This is
I wanna
fleshed
play
out
the
part of
piano.
story in new and
me take
fascinating
the
ways
beer.
I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
What was the thing? What was the thing? Oh, last few
Very
minutes.
close.
What was
2845.
okay. Why did it not work again?
What were you expecting it
Close the door.
to trap you in?
Sure. I am the boss now. You hear me? Whoever the hell you are, I am the boss now. Give me my books. I need my knowledge. Num num num. You're supposed to eat books to get knowledge, right?
Maybe in this world. Yes.
I'm gonna bite the door. Huh.
That would not be a very good door to bite. You know, some doors are like forever for you, but that one's a little.
I need iron.
That one's just kill your soul.
But what if I don't have a soul? Okay, let's go back down.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Why does he keep coming up with all of this? That made a noise that I did not like.
Yeah, sure.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
What will it be, sis? What's gonna be up here? I wonder.
I love you!
It's the boss's office.
The music!
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
I'm just gonna try the code again.
I think this is the one I've been waiting for.
Wait, you wanted me to go down the spooky.
I knew you would.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Woohoo!
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Let's do it again.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago,
You notice anything?
this thing had never been attempted before. No frame of reference.
No?
Even
Oh, we're actually, like, going down.
revelatory. Stanley's decision-making.
Oh, hey, nice.
The fresh
I could actually
air in a landscape
enjoy...
of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Okay, cool.
I never could have guessed you'd do that.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment.
Woohoo!
Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow.
Yay! Nice.
There we go.
So how's your day?
Isn't this so much more exciting? You know,
little
Stanley,
rusty.
it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as
I love
loudly
this
and
game too
frequently
much.
as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment
I hate
that things
that you get so
started.
happy and then you just start
Where's the
crying.
tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to...
There is no characters.
To have
Yeah,
to
there is.
think,
You and the
to
narrator.
anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is story.
And my wife, apparently, that I
You
just
and I are doing
completely
right now.
ignored.
This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different.
No, it's not.
Like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to.
You want to be engaged? Will you marry me?
Unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive.
I make my own
That's why people
clothing.
like
What do
so
you
much,
do?
Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you.
No.
Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you. So that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life.
I don't want to be a
Yes, I know
storyteller.
you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning.
Who?
Really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Supposed to be surprised, right? Go ahead, press the button. What are you doing? I roll out the red carpet for you.
I'll take that bookcase.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
How we did it, the pyramid. Well, cool. We actually finally figured it out. World's healthiest human being. All tricks revealed. The guy who went to Mars.
Need to update that picture.
Yeah, I have Elon Musk there. All eyes on Stanley. Honestly, that's gonna be my intro. Yes, yes, because it's all about me. World peace, baby. An evening with world.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh. Stanley, tonight, live on stage.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Wonder if the elevator's free. Anything despite him, apparently. Oh, it closed. I don't have a rebellious soul.
I knew you'd do this.
I didn't expect such turnover, you know?
Oh, I know.
I love the sarcasm.
That's why I like you.
World's first
Sentient.
sentient
Oh,
poor baby.
the baby's over there.
Poor machine. Doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great. Huh. That actually, I would go to that TED Talk.
But what if it was 18 plus?
Because he doesn't have his...
Doing great.
Oh.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling. and
Almonds,
what it
chair,
means to
gum,
craft a
table,
truly
nut bar.
unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
We should have like a blood moon, something like that. That hasn't been shown since 15 something, right? Yeah.
We had a. Not that rare.
I say blood moon. I don't know exactly what it is. Break a leg champ, your boss, Stanley, my true love. For you grows my true love. For you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife from the SKSP segment ending. Oh, okay.
Apartment.
I love the way you ride elf. Okay then.
What?
I love the way you ride elevators.
Yeah. Huh?
Nah. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get 'em, Tiger. Story, Stanley, me, Dad, age 6. Oh, I have a child! Yay!
I don't know if that's the child and the dad meeting. Really?
Oh.
You probably have a lot of children in that. They're all fans.
Well, I'll take it. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. And then, why did my boss send me 2 of the same freaking letter?
Just make sure I got you.
Congrats, Stanley. Remember where you came from. Huh.
Employee number.
Ah, okay. I was wondering if that was like another code that I could put into the thing. Whee! And then walking in backwards.
I don't know if you're going to want to do that for this. Try it if you really want.
This is cool. Okay, backwards. Ooh, cool. Down, then up. No, wait, no. Oh.
All of his co-workers.
I was a hero
What
once.
could it mean?
I was
Stanley decided
loved.
to go to the meeting room.
I had
Perhaps he had missed a
fans.
memo.
I had way too many children. It's not there anymore.
That's right. I said if you see clearly, I'm like, here you go. See?
Okay.
You ever see it? You should press it.
I'm gonna use the restroom, so I'll be right back.
Okay. Do me a favor. Hold controller, and hit F.
Nice. I am very much so enjoying this.
Good. I'm glad. This is a game that's lived in my head rent free ever since I played the non. This is the deluxe.
It's I
You have experienced endings.
no two. Because it rolled credits, and then
Anytime
Stage
you go
one.
sit, the death is technically
oh,
when
okay.
you fell off.
Oh.
There aren't many places to do that. That's there aren't many places to do that.
You can use your computer.
Sure. Have you even used brush?
Stanley Fish. Yeah, I wanted to see the lunar eclipse yesterday. Like, I don't know a place where I can sit. Yeah. But there was something yesterday too. A video said tonight. Or well, Jean said yesterday. Place for
Never does that. Call her up. Considering I'm in a different chair, she's in trouble. She rubs my hand. I'm gonna get spoiled getting pet for 2 months.
Her pets are her treats.
They are. If you can train your pet to have pets as their treat, you're good.
Okay. Oh, control F.
Control F10. You're good. It's going.
I'm wondering.
If there's a squats.
Yeah.
Power legs.
So let's speedrun this
Stanley
one.
came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Very
The
pretty.
lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nice.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So, where are you going?
I'm gonna try and fall onto this railing right here.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Gravity is pretty effective in this game.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Well, and maybe if I wait for it to, like, go forward.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Felt like my elbow vibrated.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You can do this.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, I might be wrong. What am I thinking?
No, there is a computer. I
think
thought.
it should work.
Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Well, show me your face, handsome.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Yeah. Even if you don't move, still later.
Touche. The oxygen we breathe is just be burning.
Why we die? We die because we live, sis. Die because we live.
I hate it. What?
Clicking on everything, huh?
Yes!
No buckets.
Dear God. There's more. No.
Apparently it's 9.
Oh, we're in the bees.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I want to walk through this one. He said blue, right?
No.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
This one? No. Oh, it actually let me through. What?
Go on. What are you doing? Stick with your choice.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm sorry, you stuttered. I do not understand what you mean. Do you mean go behind me?
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to
Almost
find
like
out
the
what
game
lies
could
at the
read
end of
your
this
mind.
chosen world. Don't let me stop you.
There's people who are a lot more chaotic than me. I bet one of the people who are even more chaotic than me made this.
Yes, I believe so. Like, honestly. Or they put like 6 of them in a room together. All right.
Oh no!
That's the only way I can think of they coming up with some stuff, especially their newer stuff in Flux.
Oh,
My God.
I actually love like blue hues. This is really pretty. I said I love blue hues, not. The only
tone.
thing scarier than a black room is a red one. No. No, and that's just clipping.
That's lights. You're going back?
Yes. No.
Go.
The red room.
Orange.
Okay, yeah, it's an orange room. I like orange.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
It looks nice so far.
Exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yeah.
Was it worth ruining the entire story
Yeah.
I'd written out specifically for you?
There needs to be,
I
what's it
put a lot of
called?
time to
Teapots.
that, because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see.
It's pretty.
Stanley, help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You
Skill
give
trees
me
would actually be
absolutely
cool.
nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop.
Did it push me?
Now,
It probably
tell me
did.
about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
How did you?
Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
Oh.
You can't teach that, Stan.
I love
Don't
the
cry.
medieval door.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
What? Did you know that? Yeah, come back.
21% good to go.
does it take you to get the correct door? In total, something doors opened, doors attempted, steps taken. Obviously, that's not accurate. 21.
8.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. Move!
Damn! How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Complete this. Again, not accurate. Give it. Ah, not that one. Only the worst. 3. Blue door. Complete against others to improve your Stanley career. Okay. I like the orange. I'm usually not like too into orange, but this orange looks really nice.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I mean, technically no, because I stayed there for a while.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
No. Let the baby burn!
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you
Damn, that was fast.
purely
You just
to
gonna let the
spite
baby
me?
burn like
Because
that?
if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do.
The baby was already on fire.
I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for
Better
me.
than hearing that sound constantly.
I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input
No.
was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here?
Pops out Minecraft. Or Call of Duty.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha!
Oh, this is pretty.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
Ooh, yes, please.
For some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
You don't have any experience with games?
What a fascinating
No.
venture into the
fire.
experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Yay! Pretty. Oh, so pretty. Cookbook. National Forest.
Definitely watch it. Literally, Stanley terrible. This is the fire.
And then the sound when we walk out. Yes, please. A dude actually showed me a game where a girl was dealing with her schizophrenia and something like that, yeah. And it was, the graphics were really nice and the story was interesting. I want to go to the generator.
Get past the wall.
Right? No longer crouch.
Okay.
World map.
Right.
Hmm? Oh. Gorgeous. Oh, hey, it's a well? Oh, well.
No, it's an actual car wash tower.
Okay, I figured.
The game this is based on, you have a radio talk to.
Oh, not creepy at all.
No, it's awesome.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
No, it can't be.
What can it not be? It's nice. Pretty flowers. I bet this would like feel weird against your skin. I like the aesthetic of running through flowers, but not the
It's
feeling.
an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You could just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I'm good. I want to get used to the theater
Well,
voice.
and to this routine.
Hey, I think
Okay.
But
this
don't actually
will be just the thing.
The point, not actually.
It's Rocket League!
Exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice
It's Rocket League!
to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
I love it, yeah.
If you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Where? Where am I?
You are walking around
So
as
what
rocket.
exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's
No,
no
you can't
race
pick up the
track.
boosts.
Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think
It's like
sports
soccer.
ball. Oh, what fun.
You're
We should
right.
run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Yeah!
I think surely we must. Okay,
Yeah.
here's the ball. Have fun.
Have fun.
I don't know what color team I am.
I don't know yet.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Yes!
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Oh no, it's just as
I
fun.
never thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls make for an
Yes.
more euphoric sports experience.
You fucking better.
Try it out. Here comes another ball.
Yay!
Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm
Yes,
insatiable.
yes, yes.
More balls!
Yes! Yes! This is perfect! Yes! Oh, this is so fun!
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
What?
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules
Sounds
or
kinda toxic,
boundaries,
don't you
there's nothing.
think?
Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't
Sounds
want
like
to
my
play
ex-boyfriend.
now, I don't want to play with you either, so goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much, but who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who
Bring the
knows
balls back.
best. Take care, Stanley.
Bye-bye. You too. Be safe. You're loved. Silver screen. You freaking walk up on the walls.
I don't think you're car shape. Be the ball.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go blue then. Wee. Oh, hey. Dark hole. Oh god. I'm gonna kill myself.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Bye. Oh.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have so much.
First things first. You're the one who left me. I
Yeah,
swear, this entitled dude.
He didn't expect you to end up outside of the game he made in the weird space. Now you're at the bottom of the weird.
Yay! And I still can't move stuff. Ain't bad. Yeah, well, it's an office space, kind of. Oh. Ooh. Isn't that your... No, it's too green.
No, it's green, yeah.
Yeah. This is a nice office.
Welcome.
No, the yellow is definitely back rooms.
This game, at least this first one, was made before there was.
Yeah.
That wasn't. Now the deluxe edition was, but if I remember right, they don't have. And yes, I would lie to you.
You would what?
I would lie to you, but I'm not here.
Okay. Blue tarp.
As long as it doesn't actually hurt you. Or you just slow head through.
I want that computer set up.
My computer could not handle it. I mean, it can handle it if you're not playing. It can handle video. Dark and dingy dev rooms.
But it looks so nice. I like the green in.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
Oh, but you need me too.
Very soon. I can wait.
Can you now? Oh, these squares make scroll, these squares make it scroll, these squares make it
What did
scroll.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Is it snowing or something? Raining? Maybe?
Sounds like rain, doesn't it?
Yeah. It wasn't doing that before, was it?
That can confirm it's not.
Huh. Hello, kitty.
Been rubbing that. Oh, I know where the next one. I remember where the next.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you. Take it out. Passive aggressive.
Secrets to life, and you can't see the slide anymore.
Everyone is unique. You most of all. Oh, thank you. Is it the elf ears? Oh, let's be weird.
He never expected to see something behind that, huh? This game was made for.
Yeah, I can tell. It's nice. I am unbelievably happy right now.
Good. This game is amazing.
Oh.
Please stop making slides. Oh my god. Not that one. Like I said, this game is made for the curious. Love it.
Who moved my desk? Okay, so targets. Push for, don't care for reading.
Coming
Oh,
to a
there's
staircase,
downstairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Micro.
I don't. I'm going anyways. Oh, hey, look, there's a blue room now.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, hey, cool.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was
nice.
so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all,
Is it just me or is it moving back and forth?
beyond a doubt that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
And my 10,000 children.
Exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Why are we grounding ourselves? Oh, cool. Right into the door.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
No.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Ran? Could at least call for help.
Didn't know if I should have tried to warn you about that. Had an instinct like, this ending gets blah blah blah, but I was like, no, it's not that bad. That's probably the worst. No, it's the second. Second worst. It's the worst ending when it comes to the negativity.
Yeah.
It's the second worst piece of the game.
Okay.
Go ahead. Pick it up.
Good morning. Thank
Morning.
you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Okay.
We're confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Yes.
Understood. Your order will be canceled immediately.
No!
Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
One of my damn boxes. So that was interesting.
Like I said, that one's among. Isn't much that's happening. Okay,
When
so
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
you've been
he entered
hearing
the door
about
on his left.
major ending. I expected you to. So go to that phone room and don't unplug it.
Okay.
The apartment.
This was not the correct way to the
I
meeting
was
room.
curious about that. I
know.
Well,
I-
perhaps he wanted to stop by
I wanted to call my wife, but I also wanted
just
to see
admire it.
other stuff as well. Obviously, we're crazy, so.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Does it exist right
I'm
now?
not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Oh.
I realize that
No, not
investing
outside.
your trust in someone else
that
can
path
be
is that you
difficult,
know
but the
about?
fact is that the story has been about nothing but you
Oh, over there.
time.
Actually, it's supposed to be.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Don't, where you get to the vent ending?
Stop trying to make every decision
not
about
there right now.
yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let
Into the
her
void
back
with no
into your
hesitation.
life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
No.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, but you're my story now.
I knew you'd do it too.
You want to call me out? Bullshit. Hi, honey, I'm home.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Excuse me? Good morning, employee F on your keyboard.
Remember at the very beginning, it said orders came in, to press ski.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
So F. Oh no.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Okay, so not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
In his mind, he could go on
F.I.G..
fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was
The
a reminder
narrator
that
is
none of it
Stanley,
would ever happen
who's
to him.
decided to actually do something with his life. So he made this game. I'm sorry. F-I-G-Y? Fig?
Go on.
Big? Biggie?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, Everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
That's not dark at all.
Excited him terribly.
Okay, that's not.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths.
That doesn't make any words.
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
That was your day.
Oh, pretty good. I'm enjoying watching the gears turn in your head as you play this game. I want to nudge you into your next ending, your next playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
Do what the narrator says.
Yeah.
Okay. That I think I won't be nudging.
Yeah. I'm kind of. I've seen the do what the narrator says ending. So
See it to special. So please, next ending.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him
I didn't
to
push
see what I
X.
see? How can I make him look at himself?
Oh.
Question.
No. Yeah. I don't know how long I can actually stay here. I don't want to end up like being here 30 minutes.
No. My choice.
Okay.
There's.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay.
Probably the third worst. Gotcha!
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
That's not cool.
Yep. That's correct.
Especially with my theory of actually being slightly paranoid.
I
think so, yeah.
Just from your father.
Aww.
Maybe it's not one of these.
Okay.
Not yet, not yet.
Yes, sorry. Oh, I'm so tempted to go down
I
it.
know.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
We've seen this ending playthroughs.
Like once.
Oh, okay.
I did not. It's nice to get a refresher.
Experiencing.
Yeah.
Especially for
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Don't get fired.
Wave of disbelief. Stanley
Resent
decided to go up to
coworkers
his
for not
boss's
supporting
office,
you more.
thinking he
Let it
might
all
find
ball
an
up
answer
inside
there.
you. Take it passive aggressively.
It's about right. Pretty normal.
He slides to assure employees everything is okay. Make sure to slide and not stuck in. Well, and I can't read.
Babylon is productive environment.
Oh, play normally.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Computer to you.
Yes.
I remember.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I had to show you
That
that.
kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age
Oh,
music.
fuck yeah.
Everybody goes, okay, you're gonna fucking stop here. If you're gonna want to go that fast.
I mean, I was hoping for more Renaissance-y
Feeling
music.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into
Much
the
calm, much wow.
passageway.
I know, right?
For a moment there, I thought there was actually like a building was being dropped on us.
Oh, it's
Up again.
No. I knew you would do it too. I was so positive.
Whee! And then all the fans. I don't like this.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Huh. We're definitely going to explore that next round.
Sure.
And the new content.
Yeah, well, which one?
I'll do the escape first.
Sure.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
VR, because apparently VR is
Find
can
out.
hear not going outside. But I love how Dad made a point that VR is like suitable, like not suitable, but like if a kid was raised with VR only, they wouldn't need anything else.
That's bullshit. You know?
Yeah. There's
As
like
much as I love VR,
there's like legit chemicals in the sun that helps the human body.
and that's just too many emotions. The whole. It's no.
I don't know how to play this normally.
We'll press the big button.
Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each
Where's
bore the
mine?
number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What? Huh. Damn it, so close.
I was spotting it.
4, 2, 7. There we go. No error.
But it's the office.
But this one's...
Good there.
Maybe they're like bosses now.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring
fun.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable.
The narrator says.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
It doesn't matter which one you do.
You didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
No, I know how to get your story off track, sir.
For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. Until detonation.
Okay.
Let's say...
He likes lemon.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You
I don't really like those.
It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not?
Okay.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Huh?
Oh, dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of taking it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons,
I'll do it.
these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
I think that's on.
Here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't
I'm sorry, but
expecting the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a trick.
It's smoking now.
You wanted to control this world, that's fine.
Tilted at me?
I'm going to destroy it first, so you
try it.
can't.
Take it, Mike. Wow.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30
Switch off.
seconds until a big boom and then
Switch off the...
no ending here. Just
I'm sorry.
No, switch off the lighter.
desperate
Lighter.
for your life.
Oh,
But we
shit.
let it go peacefully. Another choice.
Let me move back a bit so I can see back.
It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Yeah.
So you can watch the waterfall. Although the patch code. Okay, so I do want you to experience this. It's something else.
I haven't.
Okay, you gotta go to the escape. Get the new content over. Go to the escape ending. Did not realize. But before you were done, your escape point.
Gotta use the restroom.
Okay.
I've been drinking water.
Yeah, good.
This is actually my second cup.
Oh,
I'm
perfect. You gonna refill it?
out. No. Maybe later tonight.
Yeah.
Probably gonna. But.
Come here. Diddly, come. Up. Girl. By the way,
Yeah, I hit my foot on.
microphone
Sorry.
you're good. Has a mute top of the mic.
Okay.
Early. And now it's on.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's really obvious.
Yeah, I think after going through the escape thing, I'm gonna sleep. And then I'd like to get to this game another time.
Sure. Go nowhere.
It's a fun ass game.
Go alt. Perfect.
Get back to the thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
It
mean?
feels weird to not
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There you go.
No matter how hard Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
One more computer to find. But obviously, just need to play through.
I like
Big
work.
butts and quick.
Just
Had to.
just hate my boss. Well, that sucks.
I know it's so enticing for the new content.
It is.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What?
Coming to a staircase,
Waiting for him to finish talking.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Because I don't want to end up accidentally triggering the speedrun one. I will trigger this one though.
We all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Yes. When the power moves, not play at all.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yay!
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Okay.
That you'll hear.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. Nope, still on board with death.
Yeah, the fan is on in the living room, so I don't get to see the waterfall as much.
Fun?
Yes.
Ping-ponging your way back and forth in this hallway?
Yep.
Wet limp, can't do it.
I know I was stiffing it back up again.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Red room.
So how's your night?
Pretty good. This might be a video I put on YouTube.
Oh wee!
Oh, we.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, early jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
Go back up. Just to make sure the mind control machine is still there.
Well, I also was curious if he where he's going back to wait, no?
Have to get to the moon tonight. You have to.
Tonight. Bump away in the jungle.
you just sleep on that being the thing I'm thinking part of this game. Sleep with that knowledge in your head.
Boy.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Okay,
What
then.
exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh, this is pretty.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Down the hall.
That's the right.
Then choose the door.
Yeah.
Oh, he should have gone with this one.
Interesting.
I like this color palette. I can deal with this one, but this is just...
Well, and the colors in there are a little off from that. A little sharper. Yeah, that one's weird.
That sounds like Portal.
I think the fucking fourth one sounds a lot like. No, third one. Sorry. That one sounds.
That sounds like,
a lot
yeah.
like Portal.
Oh, credits. This is a wonderful way to do credits.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh, I can't turn them back on.
Uh-oh.
Well, there's an office I haven't experienced yet.
Those are betas. I don't think you eat. That's you. Big CC. What'd you do?
I wanted to push the blue button.
Fucking tease and
Yeah, it is. Okay.
This is basically a dev room.
Mm-hmm.
They repurposed it because re-meta everything.
Yeah.
So the designs are actually from devs too. A lot of those are made.
It's cool.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now, and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
Okay.
Heaven looks fucking weird. Can I push them?
Yes, you can. Welcome to heaven.
I changed my mind. This is absolutely perfect. Buttons!
The bubble wrap. You hear those actually buttons.
It's perfect. And they turn back on. It's perfect.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna end it because I knew. So, what do you think you're having?
I love it. Yay. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want to do this for eternity, but definitely be fun for like 20 minutes. Especially if they were like pink and purple and...
Let's go.
Does it just keep you here forever? Is there a way to escape, or do I need to actually
No.
begin the game again?
That is, once you're in that room.
I love it.
Okay, new content.
I need sleep.
But I need you to see that before you go to bed. Special thing.
Okay.
It's a special thing. Fun because they put the new. What
A
came
soft
in
wind
with.
blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Happens after you've done that. Not every time.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
The roller coaster ride.
Not very exciting.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
This is hell.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I still need to take a shower too.
Will it be, sis? The new content.
Say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
This is the new content.
It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I love this. I've been trying to jump this whole time.
I know the feeling.
This is relieving so much.
How do you feel about that?
No! I want to jump more!
Oh, sis.
What?
Burgle your jobs. No buttons to reset your jumps.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of
Yes, let me
this
sit
game
back,
are
nothing.
positive. It's just elevators and
Huh?
jumping.
I'm
Is this
good.
what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Window shades.
Do.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Window shades.
Stanley?
Window
This is what
shades.
happens
Yeah.
when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than
That's
to
what
make
this
an
is fun to
easy
fidget
dollar.
with.
And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
I gotta jump
Me.
like
Why don't we
26
just reset the
times.
game, and we'll try to
36.
get back to what the Stanley
36
Parable is
times.
really
That was
about.
pretty fucking
No
rememberable.
frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
What do you want me to do again? What? I love this. Okay.
So you remember where you...
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I
No.
want to show you something! Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
I mean, I am Queen of Dorkables, so it's kind of in the name. I don't. What were you expecting? Fine, let's see your stupid
Never mind.
thing.
You're not a dork.
No, I see one and see the new thing.
I love the pinballing, the emotional pinball of this game. Ugh, it never explained.
It killed me.
My leg!
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take it.
Gorgeous. Okay, I was about to say, did it lock me up?
But you can't go back up.
Yeah.
That's part of the core.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, I love it. Wait, I think we have these flowers up in our front yard. I actually took a close-up photo of it with my phone. The pollen and everything.
They actually grow big.
I love this. Of course, I would love this.
All the reasons I really got it. I don't think we'll get to the thing I was talking about.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
No, they really got frustrated with something here.
You'll see. It's coming up. $1. That's usually the first dollar of profit.
Yeah?
That's if you ever see that in like Puerto Rico, first dollar.
Don't play for 5 years. Wow.
I think I might be getting that
Well,
because I
you kind of broke it.
Huh?
You kind of.
No, this is Ultra. I've got the other one. Yeah.
That's gonna be so fun.
I'm cheating.
Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. How do you get it?
You don't.
Oh.
You really can't.
Well, I want it. I like this place. This would be a nice home. Like whenever I say I want to go to a cabin.
Yeah, this is like hyper. It costs $1 million to put it out here. And how good it is.
Oh.
Je suis dans la mémoriso.
Oh.
Sur la pluie de l'eau.
Oh, I can't sit. Okay.
Stanley has legs of a champion.
C'est là, dans la mémoriso. Où je me remémore.
This would be a fun place to meditate.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Power?
Was I supposed to take my time with those jumps? Minecraft.
Guaranteed. Yeah, in the other one, don't get sent to Firewatch. You actually go to Minecraft, which is why I was like, oh my god, I wish we were playing the original. Because you would have like, what are we gonna do, load Minecraft or something? And then Minecraft would have fucking popped up. It was glorious. I was like, no fucking way she said that.
Did it actually say Minecraft?
Yeah. You're like, what are we gonna... He said we're gonna play a different game. You're like, what are we gonna pop into, like, Minecraft or something? And if we had been playing the original, not the Ultra Deluxe, it would have popped up Minecraft.
Here's a moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game.
Back and
9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
The blue and red doors are up there.
Yeah, I saw that. Serious room. And of course it wouldn't let me in.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Yeah, let's go. Let's dig deep into your dark memories.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these.
This is perfect.
Years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Surely the Steam reviews were glowing as well.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work.
Continue reading it, damn it!
I can write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Perfect touch.
Why is the rock making keyboard noises?
If you go out and look up in the sky, you still...
Interesting. 96. Those numbers should be switched. Be much more funnier. He'd be less unfunny.
96 is his bad list. $16.
Oh.
No focus certification over here.
Water in the oven.
Look, good review. Glory though.
Oh, well then.
Let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. To be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like
he's a voice actor.
Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
It's just the good the positive, and like I would imagine that the ones behind here are positive reviews too.
Yeah.
That would be.
But they're blurry, so they weren't cared for.
And obviously, you forget some of the bad comments too. But still, damn. Somebody give this man a hug.
No, don't worry. Interesting twist.
Oh, I hope we get to hug him. Oh, I want to
He's
hug.
a narrator. He's the voice in the sky.
I don't care. Let me hug him.
Hug yourself.
If you do end up posting this on Facebook, it gotta be named that.
That's the name Twitch will have on it forever.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Yes. I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews.
By the way, I plan on letting him.
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Dear God.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the
I like his voice,
and
though.
if the people want silence, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable...
I'll make you shut up.
Something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably...
Why is he going deeper?
At which time, everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment.
It strangely feels nice.
It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say,
the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Okay.
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it.
The door.
Wait.
Yeah.
How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away. Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12
hours.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this?
Nature
Here I am,
being blah 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 blah.
waiting for you to press this button and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me again. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no, he's dead.
Someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks? I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here,
I saw it,
with
yeah.
a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just
I caught it on, like, the
right?
third time,
Me
I think.
talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley.
It's strange for me, I can listen but not comprehend.
None of that matters anymore.
So even though I'm like...
I'll give up every
I naturally
branching
study
path.
people's
I'll
voice.
burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need,
That doesn't mean I
God,
can actually
see now that
understand
I
what
need
they're
it
saying.
more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along?
Oh no, he's going down the path that he's crazy.
Perhaps
And the woman's gonna look down on him and then realize that he has a meaning.
slip back
Needs to
into
run.
silence.
I can't say something.
I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying.
Okay, cool.
I
Click.
can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely.
Yeah, that's
I am
kind of
a being.
explains
I am
my
someone.
communication
I am
with
something.
people.
I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction.
Being able to play cards or something
Occupy space
like that.
in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear.
Oh yeah, no, and
I feel as certain about
we're
this
two different
as
people,
I've ever
so
felt about anything at all.
I just need to find
feel
my people.
renewed. I
That
feel restored.
isn't
and
just
already
a
I can sense the
$50
looming
thing to go to.
silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Oh, cool, meditation.
But
I'm waiting for the thing to loop again. What?
it wasn't. Actually, turns out it's.
Hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
Why are you staying here for a year?
To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite.
Something about how
For the longest
meditation.
time, this was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you
To the point where I feel like I'm about to explode in my own
wish
body.
you feel afraid as I do.
I do not deny that I'm an
This
emotional
state of
person.
mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
He did the Uno reverse on us.
Oh, it kills me.
Okay. Oh.
I mean, that's why they did it.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
Love how he goes into that.
They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen.
No, it doesn't.
The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being.
Welcome.
Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we
Definitely
are. as
entertain
people,
when I
because
see
otherwise,
different
without our
design.
entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find
not
a
bleak all the
resounding
time.
emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we
I definitely have my moments of
things
bleakness.
and
I
our
didn't do
flights
this
of
out-
fancy
out-
be so
I didn't do this
impossibly
outside, but in my
captivating
head I
that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of
It doesn't
gravity
sound like you're
around
at
which
peace with
these
it.
perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who
Yeah, it does.
They're the ones who couldn't
Yeah.
stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe
Yeah.
they were just jealous.
Trust me, that's what this is clumsy.
Jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves, they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam.
I mean, or they're
Perhaps
just
it
stating
says
their
far more
opinion.
about them than it ever said about me.
Yeah.
Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters.
And there we go.
Ironclad in comparison, perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This,
Some people have that, yeah.
is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point.
And that's,
it was
yeah.
meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoan, they scream, they gnash their teeth.
It's like it's not
entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to
I
leave
was
a
definitely
pathetic
entertained.
little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't
Really good job of scripting.
And then we have these moments of silence. It's very interesting.
Because the skip button was supposed to skip him. Silence. Skip the silence, then comes back and skipping because he's got the monologue. So.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I was gonna say that earlier.
The end is never the end, is
where loops
is never the end, 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 is never the
This is about 30 times. That's my favorite line, though.
Never the end, it's never
The end.
Okay, that's what I was hearing, maybe. I was hearing an extra noise. I'm like, is there an extra noise?
End is never.
Well then.
Also, what pops up on the loading screen.
Well, and it's decaying now, so hopefully we can get out of the crack soon. And he doesn't go too insane. Yeah.
I don't think he. Yeah. More and more time.
Kinda pretty. I miss him. What? It's never the end. It's never the end.
No, that's. Where's Microsoft?
No. It doesn't just suddenly become nighttime like.
Not night, it's covered.
Ugh.
Right there, right?
Yeah.
Where's
Tornado. Okay.
I don't think it was a tornado.
know what the cat in me wants. Never the end. It's never the end. It's never the end.
You ever hear me sing?
It's never the end. Oh.
You're gonna have to see buttons just to end the perfect way to end the session.
Buttons.
Sing it. Sing it quickly.
I love it.
It's alright. So go ahead and quit.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Next time you go.
Ooh, interesting. I like his voice.
Oh, it's so good. And he knows it too. Like,
And then
owns it.
I'm gonna have you stop the stream. Oh.
Yeah. I don't expect you to understand the streaming.
You know what?
The big trash can.
I'll take care of
I'm
it.
following it. That's what's not fun. Reminds me.
Yeah, so.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice handy keyboard shortcuts.
yeah.
Kidding. So, would you be upset if I put this on?
No. I wouldn't.
I would label the video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just because it's.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, no, you can't undo that mistake. Come on.
Apparently I love the W.
I'd like to go.
How many? I don't hate it. I just don't want it at. No, I don't want to be here right now. No.
Yeah. So let's just say. So let's try. So let's just say it was. Yeah. Great. I know that you're not me. It was like, yeah, I'm glad you said that. Well, right. Because I wanted to put him down here, but basically, right. And you put us with that example. Yeah, are you does it work from like does it still work? Do we feel support you with like going and the same thing? Or does it have to be you know what? Even if you were going to be sarcastic and ironic, I think you should still act as though it was personal in order to leave this kind of stuff. Right? Yeah. So let's just say so let's try. So let's just say it was yeah. Great. I know that you're not me. It was like, yeah, I'm glad you said that. Well, right. Because I wanted to put him down here, but basically, right. And you put us with that example. Yeah, are you sweet? Does it work from like does it still work? Do we feel support you with like going and the same thing? Or does it have to be you know what? Even if you were going to be sarcastic and ironic, I think you should still act as though it was personal in order to leave this kind of stuff. Right? Yeah. So let's just say so let's try. So let's just say it was yeah. Great. I know that you're the sexist, not me. This was like, because I wanted to put him down to a better basically, right? And with that example you gave us, does it work from like this will work? Do you feel support you if I go and do the same thing? Or does it have to be?
Okay. Have a good night.